Android 11 is finally official, at least for Pixel devices and certain phones that will be able to get those updates quickly. And this wasn't a huge update, in my opinion at least. This was kind of just some tweaks and some improvements that Google did to Android. They added certain features that are really useful, but there's nothing huge about this update. But let's get into the top 5 features of Android 11, at least in my opinion, were the top 5 features for this update. Number 5 is the media player. Yes, a very small update, but it's a very useful update. Google redesigned the media player for Android 11, and it's just better. You could just do more with the media player now. For example, you can choose directly from the media player where you want that audio to play. So let's say you have some Google speakers or other Bluetooth speakers set up. You can choose if you want that audio to be on your phone or to another Bluetooth device. Google just made it really easy and much more simpler to select the device that you want the audio to come from. It also looks better, it looks cleaner in my opinion, and it's just a small update, but it's good. Number 4 is bubbles. And now in Android 11, you can create these message bubbles that are directly on your home screen. They float around that home screen and you can go directly into that conversation whenever you want to. It's kind of like those message bubbles that Facebook Messenger has. Now you can use it for other messaging applications directly on Android. Now I haven't been able to get this feature to work on my Pixel 4 XL. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I have it enabled, but it's just not giving me the option to add a conversation to a bubble. I've tried resetting my phone. I've tried clearing the cache from the messaging app. Nothing seems to work. And when I went online to see if others were having the same issue, well, yes, it looks like many people are having this same issue with bubbles on messages or period. Bubbles seems to only work right now on Android messages and Facebook Messenger. And when I've tried to use it on the Android messaging app, it's just not working for me. So if you know how to get bubbles to work on Android 11, leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. Anyone watching this video that doesn't know how to use bubbles or can't get bubbles to work and you're able to help them, they would really appreciate it too. So for some reason, I haven't been able to see how useful that feature is, but having used Facebook Messenger and the bubbles that it had, it can be useful. It can be really convenient to just go directly into that conversation instead of having to open up the messaging app and then going to that message thread that you were using. It's just a convenient feature that Android has added with this update. Number 3 is the updated power menu. So yes, Google has now started to use different things in your phone that weren't being used before. So before the Android 11 update, whenever you would hold down the power button, all that would appear was the power off option, the restart option, and Android Pay. But now when you hold down the power button, there's a lot more useful features specifically for your home devices. You can easily add different things to control your smart home, like controlling lights, thermostats, even Google Home devices, and they all show up quickly and easily by just holding down the power button. Now I really like this feature because it's adding functionality to an area of the phone that you rarely use. I mean, whenever you hold down that power button, it's really to only restart your phone or power it off. But now you have much more options, and holding down the power button is pretty easy. You can quickly get to those home devices and turn off lights and control the thermostat. Whatever you want to do in your smart home can be accessed quickly by just holding down that power button. So I think it was really smart for Google to add this really simple feature to a part of the phone that's actually really easy and quick to access. Number 2 is native screen recording. And yes, I've actually been waiting for this feature for a long time. Usually Android is the first one to add useful features to the operating system, and then Apple comes along, and with iOS they also add that feature, but that's later on. But in this case, Google was kind of late to the game with screen recording. You could screen record on iOS for a while now, but having that option on Android, it just wasn't there. Yes, I know you can screen record on certain Samsung phones and do all that, but I'm specifically talking about this vanilla, clean, stock Android, there was never that feature available. Well, now it's here, it's easy to use, and it's reliable. You don't have to download another application to get screen recording to work. It's built into the phone. It's in the quick settings. You can edit quick settings, add screen recording to one of the quick settings toggles, and then easily start screen recording. So this is another feature that it's not necessarily new. We've seen it in other phones already, but it's nice to have, and it's a nice update to this OS. And finally, the number one best feature of Android 11 is the update to the notification panel. Android has always done a way better job with notifications than iOS, and they're continuing to make it better and better. Now Android is grouping all your conversations together under the Conversations tab in your notifications, and that's right on top of all your notifications. So text messages, messages from Facebook, they won't get buried underneath other unimportant notifications, which is a really nice feature because text messages are more important than McDonald's sending you a notification that you can get $1 hash browns. Even though that's pretty important, text messages are just slightly up there. So those messages won't get pushed down like iOS, they'll be right at the top. And you can also prioritize certain conversations. So if you have conversations or messages that are just more important with certain people that you want to receive their messages right away, you can prioritize those messages and they'll be right on top no matter what time or when you receive those messages. They'll always be on top unless you dismiss those notifications, which is another really cool feature because you can kind of customize your notification panel, your notification screen. And now there's even a notification history. So if there was a notification that you remember seeing but you can't remember what it was, you can go into settings and now into notification history and see all the history of all the notifications you received. It's not a huge thing, but it's a nice small update that's really convenient because I know I've been in that situation where I remember I received a certain notification and I accidentally dismissed it. So it's nice to now go into that history and see exactly what that notification was. Android 11 had some really small and subtle updates this year, but you can see that Google is really refining the OS. They're adding small details to certain features to make it even better. They're building on what they already have, and that's what a mature operating system does, right? They already have that solid foundation and now they're adding on it. They're making it better and better. So even though Android 11 wasn't a huge update, it didn't have crazy features added, I can really appreciate what Google did, and hopefully Google continues to make these features better and better with the years to come. What is your favorite feature of Android 11? Let me know with a comment down below. Once again, if you have any advice for Android 11, any tips for this new operating system, also leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos on tech news, reviews, and opinions, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thanks for watching.